Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
Episode 11 of Cyrus Says was released on May 16, 2015.
Just to remind everybody that language usage and content that we provide here may be disturbing, disgusting, probably will be and should be. Words like bloody custard and words that rhyme with that may be featured. Actually will be featured. In fact, perhaps will only be featured. Just warning you.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Yes, I think I've had it with women. Not all women, but about 33.76%. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt me, but I can't take it anymore. Sitting in South Mumbai, I've been observing this for the last 10 years, how upper middle class women are destroying my life. What they do is they make the driver stop the car wherever they want to and cause a traffic jam while madam has to go into a shop which is exactly 1.5 feet away from where she stops the car. Where's the civic sense? Look at the curb, go to the side, make sure you don't inconvenience traffic. What has happened to our people? And I don't want to blame one gender, but I've noticed and I've done my research. I've watched 150 women and I've found in 143 cases it is applicable that they are stopping in the wrong spot because driver, idhar dukaan ke samne roko. Madam, you can't stop in the middle of the road. Of course, who built the Dukan? There's another story, but we'll come back to that after I get into the meat of the show. It's called Cyrus Says. Don't stop your car in the middle of the road. Unless, of course, you run out of petrol.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Alright, menu for today on Cyrus Says, very interesting stuff. We discuss 1 full year of this BJP government under our esteemed Prime Minister, Namoji. We also discuss Rahul Yadav, a gentleman who's turning the corporate world around with his attitude and behavior and strange paradoxical thinking. We also will go straight to cricket. So if you want to only talk about cricket or listen to cricket or discuss cricket because the IPL is ending and the English season, more importantly, is about to begin, well, we have that segment for you. You can check out our show listings and timings. We'll give you all the details. But the most important thing here is we have Akhil Ranade. We have Venki Sridhar. These are the two most important gentlemen in the world of cricket to discuss cricket. Akhil has played 178 test matches in his mind and for 4 different countries and scored more runs than Don Bradman did in a day. And Venki, on the other hand, has opened the bowling for South Africa and won them 3 World Cups, which makes him a completely mad and out of his comfort zone forever. But these guys will discuss cricket with us, and just to give you proof that they are men, I will now allow them to speak. Akhil?
Yes.
Lovely. Venki? Yes. I got a Mangeshkar sisters moment there for a second. Got that feeling. Friends, Romans, and everybody else who's read Julius Caesar, welcome to Cyrus Says. We've got lots of interesting topics to talk about today. I thought about it and I think we should give cricket a little bit of dominance here because the IPL, God's gift to cricket, is something that's coming to a close. And I've got some very interesting speakers for that. I've also got to see 1 year of Namo, 1 year of a new government and how's he done. I've got my mark sheet ready and I'll talk very softly in case the marks are not appreciated by the powers that are there out watching and listening to everything we say. Kem Chowai, all good? All good. We've also got a very interesting story on a young man whose name is also Rahul. For some reason, Rahul's getting into trouble a lot more these days. Rahul Dravid being the exception. We'll get into that. That's an interesting gossipy segment. But first, and not BUTT first, let's talk about the App Store, Play Stores and iTunes, where you can review us, rate us, rant about us, do anything you want. Of course, if it's negative, we'll obviously never mention it. But what the hell? No, ours is a very fair show, just like the government. We'll come to that. First, let's meet Akhil Ranade, who's 7-time world billiards champion. Also the head of a very important Bangalore team, the Kabaddi team, sitting on crores of rupees and men with only underwear. With us is Venki Sridhar, who's responsible for the state of cricket in India today. And it's going to pay. We can't get the government to pay for the state of India, but we can get you to pay for the state of cricket. So let's start with the government before we get into the more important subject of cricket. So folks, 1 year, guys, 1 year of Namo, 1 year of BJP. How did you vote? May I just get into the
I voted
question?
I voted none of the above. I did nota.
You did nota? You get a lota for that. All right, Akhil. Okay, don't answer that question. I'm just trying to be mean. Let's talk about 1 year of Namo. Now, people expected a lot. Well, how do you rate this? Because he's been in 14 countries in 12 months, something like that. It's a world record. Lala Tours, Raj Tours, we checked all the travel agencies. There's not a single leader who's done that. Genghis Khan at his best did 4 countries in 12 months. And I mean, he was non-stop, no Sundays off. But this is good or bad? In one way, out in the foreign world, in the rest of the world, we seem to be making a noise. We have a PM who is seen. We have a certain respect because they want to talk about India. There are certain deals being signed, no doubt about that. It may come to fruit at some point. But what about India? What about the home? What's happening?
A lot of air miles collected, so that's good. He can at least plan in post-retirement. Lot of flying.
And setting a great example, flying Air India.
Flying Air India, imagine. But it's a little bit of expectancy levels were too high. He doesn't
If
have
you're
a
criticizing the
magic
BJP government, Akhil, let me just say it's you. So it's very clear here that Akhil is saying whatever he's saying. Akhil Ranade, not Venki. Go on. Don't feel fear.
So now that you've warned me, so it's a great government. What a show they've put across. 1 year and such a great turnaround.
14 countries!
14 countries, a brilliant exercise. That's
and some of the big ones, the most important, I hate to say that if that's a wrong thing to say, I apologize, but the important countries, the US, the UK, China, Japan, South Korea, Germany, France, yeah. So important things. Venki, 1 year.
I think if you do a data comparison, right? And if you look at the facts in terms of how the economy has done, how the stock market has done, etc., surprisingly, UPH in his first year did something similar to what Narendra Modi did.
Cut to cut equal.
Almost. So there's literally no.
So
difference.
no improvement.
I would say.
Achhe din ki baat hai, sir. Achhe din. Talk to me about Achhe din.
I don't know who Achhe din for who. Right, because bichara even Adani's power, like they lost a lot of money this quarter.
Okay, that's Venki Sridhar. Clearly, that's your comment. Akhil, you're off the hook. We've got a new Bakra now to follow. Okay, fair enough. No, but that's a very good point. Achhe din is a lovely statement, and we've got lots of these good statements. But is it affecting who?
I mean, even if you look at his Swachh Bharat, which was his pet campaign, right? I mean, if you talk about Swachh Bharat, I would say
an impossible dream is the other word.
Yeah, impossible because he has not thought it through, right? It's a great slogan.
No, I think the idea is good, but I couldn't understand why Priyanka Chopra has a broom, because I know very well after 15 seconds of the camera rolling, the broom will go back to the valet or the driver or the spot boy who actually will have to clean. So it's a little pointless, but anyway.
Incidentally,
and you don't have dustbins, man.
We don't have dustbins.
So how are you going to keep it clean?
For South Bombay, we just think the rest is dustbin, but that's different.
Incidentally, today's Times of India has said that Swachh Bharat is the most accepted campaign in this 1 year. So they actually have a report card exactly what you're doing. And Swachh Bharat was the most accepted campaign. He's been a success. He's been accepted.
But how do you prove all this? You do sample studies of 3 housewives and 1 person here and there. So I can either make it good or bad. I'm not saying that it's not a success, but I'm just saying that how do we know?
Yeah, but they didn't say it's a successful campaign. They said it's an accepted campaign. Yeah, acceptance is different than success.
But let's be honest, we Indians are not clean. It's never going to happen.
It's not going to happen immediately.
Correct.
No, but we're not planned for it. There is no allocation in the budget. You are not spending money. You would have not put dustbins, man. That's a basic
Very
thing.
good point.
You have not put dustbins.
If urban India is not qualified for hygiene, forget the rest. Let's not even get into it.
Correct.
Right? We don't have the dustbins. We don't have the infrastructure where you readily available sweeping objects are there. People keep their own localities clean. It's never going to happen. Why are we lying?
50 years, somebody else has ruled. You can't change that all over 1 year.
Okay, you're getting good points. Akhil Ranade back in the race, right on top for Home Ministry. Rajnath Singh is not doing much. You can apply there. Okay, jokes apart, let's talk about the positives. He's made a lot of noise outside. People know who he is. There's a lot of people think that India is now emerging, really emerging, and almost like in your face in terms of the Western world. And he's very, very carefully aligned himself with the major powers, which is a good thing, right, from a commercial point of view.
And also he has
just say it's a good thing.
No, I mean he has put in a lot of MOUs and stuff like that. So in terms of those sort of work, he's done a pretty interesting job.
But your point is that it's the same after 12 months, UPA 2 or BJP 1, let's call it.
That was basically from an article I read where they said that there is absolutely not much of a stark difference, because the promise was that we would be very different.
But are we being a bit harsh? 12 months is too little a time. I mean, it's 5 years. Why do we have a 5 years in democracy? We have to give some.
But actually, if you look at it this way, 1 out of 5 is 20%. So 20% of your term is already over.
Okay.
So it takes time for things to happen, but you need to have that planning in the first year so that you can you get your reward back in 4th and 5th year, because those are the important years for you to get back into power. Because Amit Shah wants to stay in power for 30 years.
Okay, now you stop taking panga with all these people. Ours is a really small show. We just want to go on the boundaries a little bit, or halke se, chote se, not much, just 5% mention. If we may criticize, by God, something, it has to be very soft. Yeah, okay, but I get your point, Venki, but coming back to India as a whole, after 1 year, if you just look at it from a layman's perspective or middle class India's perspective, which hopefully we represent, and that is that, okay, petrol went up last night. I'm talking Maharashtra, but it's an all-India impact. Diesel went up last night. Okay, I mean, and from there again, you get that inflation feeling because everything else goes with it. So, what about that? What's going to check the issue about how much we're earning, how many jobs are out there, and whether inflation will ever curtail itself and go in the other direction? Which, frankly, there doesn't seem to be a hope there either.
Yep. I mean, I think maybe because Arun Jaitley is not the right guy to be the finance minister.
Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it.
I mean,
You and me are out of the studio. This guy is taking punga with the 5 big guys. I mean, pura Hindustan dekho, sir. Can you find somebody else to fight with? And come back in 5 years. Maybe you'll be in the right position.
Something about
Hopefully
Devendra
I'm alive.
Fadnavis also.
And he's a lawyer on top of that, Mr. Jaitley. Supreme Court, 10 lakhs a day to argue.
Correct.
Who are
Okay.
you going to hire? Me? I'm one year LLB.
What about the Chief Minister of Maharashtra? One word about him also.
Yeah, you might as well take. If you're going to die, let's go like the Titanic all the way down.
I mean, his election slogan was what he said: "Kendra mein Narendra, Rajya mein Devendra." So I don't think any difference is there.
But that doesn't rhyme. Rajya mein Devendra doesn't rhyme. Call him back. Who did that? Lintas Law? Who's responsible? O&M? Who's responsible for not rhyming? Don't let your children do the slogans. Actually, coming back to BJP, one interesting point was that Nitin Gadkari's urine therapy. And I still find that hard to understand. If you guys just recall, about a couple of weeks back, he said that the plant should be watered. I mean, he's an educated man. Have you heard him talk? He's not some guy who's, just picked up from a village.
And a successful businessman.
Successful businessman. He's a very, very well-read man in his own way. So what's happening?
I don't know. Akhil, you want to add? Because I think I'll get the show banned.
Akhil doesn't have any plans. He wants to just tell you, jahan pe jankari nahi hai, there's no point trying to push things.
Well, he's the expert, so we just read and we just comment on it.
Akhil, have you tried it?
No.
Have you gone to your parents' house or your friend's house and have you, well, I don't know how to put this, have you urinated on the plants as a gift?
I have not.
You've not. Have you been tempted to? Have you looked at a plant and said, Tera number kab aayega or something like that? Have you?
If maybe looking at it from a cricket point of view, maybe if he would have watered the pitch a little more, that would have been making the pitches useful for Indian cricket.
Or maybe that's why
Hire more
our
labor.
highways have so much greenery because people are peeing all over the
So
place.
it's picking up. So Swachh Bharat, in a way, we're coming back in a circle here. There's a Swachh Bharat happening with people going out of their way to pee on the right places.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, Venki, I can tell from your expression that you're not a happy man and you want to get your green card and move on to another country whose name I can't mention.
No, man, I
Starts
love
with
India.
A. You love India. India in 1948.
No, not really. I mean, the way you look at it is that if you're a true patriot, you question your country.
Fair enough. Anyway, in democracy, you're allowed to question.
Absolutely.
I'm told you're allowed to question. I'm not 100% sure. Akhil, are we allowed to question?
If it's a democracy.
If it's a democracy. Venki, is it a democracy?
I don't know. I don't
But you
think
love your country because it's a democracy, you said so.
Yeah, I mean, but
So
I
are you
think
talking about
sometimes-
Canada because there are more Indians there than here?
No, I'm talking about India. Because if you look at it, is it really fair? I mean,
Don't start pointing fingers at each other. Somebody take the blame. Bolo democracy hai ya nahi hai? Somebody say.
I mean, one guy can get bail in 2 hours, the other guy can not
Again,
get
he's
bail.
going
for
to get
like-
into real.
Ramalinga Raju's sentence is suspended.
Exactly.
And the
Amma is also
powerful
out.
chief minister is also out and nothing.
And she's out because the judge couldn't
Find a
do
witness.
mathematics. I mean, I can't believe, man, he can't do addition. How did he become a judge? I mean, I want to understand
Okay,
that.
you cannot take on the judiciary. You have taken on too many powerful people here. Ours is a simple, silly show where we make fun. Mr. Gadkari's urine, fine. That's okay. It's acceptable. They can't, say anything about that. Okay, let's quickly give a vote now. All right. Okay. Now, in that sense, 1 year of Namo. Akhil.
Too early to comment.
Sala diplomat.
Rahul
no
Dravid?
wonder. Yeah, Rahul Dravid. Absolutely no straight answer. Bad for us.
I'll be Saurav Ganguly and I'll say they can do better.
They can do better. That's nicely put. See, that's not mean. They can do better means
Sunil Gavaskar, actually. That's Sunil Gavaskar.
No.
Paid by BCCI and
the great Sudhir Joshi, Akhil will know at least Marathi thespian of yesteryear. He used to have this we've done some plays together and he had this very, very good way of explaining how you go backstage. Now you guys remember you go to see a play and a friend invites you who's acting. How do you go backstage and say you didn't like the play? So he just taught everybody, we all follow it. And please, listeners, please follow this when you have to see an awkward piece of art and you want to comment about it. So you go backstage, you meet your friend who's performed and how was it? As expected. Just bolo. As expected. How was the government's performance?
As expected.
As expected. Bas, leave it there. This is a very, very safe answer. We're all okay. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, lots more to talk about our favorite subject, cricket and girls. Cricket first, obviously. Because we really have to question our sexuality now, boys.
the favorites are girls though.
What girls? Where girls? You're doing kabaddi with men wearing underwear. 15 men are jumping on each other and pulling their legs. And you're in charge of that. And you're telling me about girls? Yes, Cyrus says with Akhil and Venki, and they're, well, obviously they're experts in the sports field, but more importantly, they are well-read men. We choose people very carefully. We don't let anyone to come in here. Let me tell you.
Why don't you choose women also?
They did come.
Okay, this is not that kind of show. I'm trying. I have no sponsors, nothing. Wait, let all that come on. Women, the glamour will come later. We need Lalit Modi to come and restructure us.
Right.
Which at the moment apparently he may not be doing with a new league. We'll come to that later. But now a very interesting subject, which I want you to share with us, please. I'll just set it up. Rahul Yadav, who wrote a scornful resignation letter on April 30th to board members and investors, denigrating their intellectual capability. He actually, wrote a filthy letter and giving them a 1-week deadline to help in the transition. The investors responded a day later through the law firm Morrison and Foster, LLP, acknowledging the resignation. And anyway, these letters are doing the rounds, and it gets compounded after that because he is talking about the co-founder, Nikesh Arora of SoftBank, the guy who literally built the business side of Google, when he says all this and criticizes and points fingers. And he almost immediately apologized then suddenly and withdrew his resignation, supposedly with the authority curtail, like somebody told him you're in trouble. But what's happening? All this brash corporate behavior. Rahul Yadav is the name of the flavor of the week. Guys, we have grown up with very diplomatic sort of corporate people, and you never knew what was happening in the boardroom and all. But now, apparently he's under 30 years old and he's throwing his weight around. Akhil.
I think it is also to do with the fact that I think it is the change in the way that we behave. The behavior pattern has changed.
Is it because of the new government? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Okay.
You can't give credit to everything to them, man. Come on.
As expected. Distributed 200 crores worth of personal equity now to get back with the employees, get them back on his side. He distributed 200 crores worth of personal equity, okay? And then he calls out CEOs of Ola and Zomato to do something similar. I mean, what the hell, yaar?
Did you see the response? One of the guy response said, "Oh, so cute, man." That was his response. I'm like, really?
Give him a cookie. That's the
Yeah, the other guy said, "Give him a cookie."
200 crores worth of personal equity. What's happening? A megalomania sort of thing. It's gone to his head, abuse everybody, then suddenly realize I've gone too far, and then go the other way and start becoming Mother Teresa. What's happening?
It's a classic it's a classic story that a Hollywood film can be made on. 26-year-old graduate from IIT gets money. Probably it's something
overnight success.
They're
not trained for leadership, is it?
We should actually be looking at the 100 crores that he spent on marketing and try and get some budgets here so that we can have.
His behavior reminds me of Andrew Strauss, who just became a director of coaching and just started throwing his weight around. I mean, I don't know. I see a parallel there, which we'll come to a little later. But no, I was discussing this with our producer Amit, and he's saying this culturally there's a shift. This generation is just aggressive and disrespectful and in your face and start believing their own myth very quickly. You're 26, you've done well, no doubt, you've done very well. But suddenly you're behaving like, Ratan Tata. Oh, of course, would never do this.
Yeah. I think it is also coming from a perspective where I think we have become too aggressive.
Why? Is it lack of sex? Apparently it's lack of sex.
I don't know, he's from IIT, so probably yes.
But you guys are so passive here, so it must be lack of sex. Because you guys
I would
tell us about your sex life. Come on, let's just digress for a second. A lot of sex? How many times does Venki do his little Venki dance? Or is it more wanky than Venki? Well, what happens there?
No, it is a Venki dance. I don't do Venki for a long time. I'm no longer 14 years old, man.
Lot of hens for this Venki chicken? Huh?
No, I'm married, so just one hen.
Very good. Huh? You'll take on Namo, Amit Shah. You'll attack Namo himself. You'll take on Arun Jaitley. You'll attack Rajnath Singh. But when it comes to your wife, you're very scared. Good to know. Yeah. As expected. Akhil bhai, last time kab kya? Suddenly awkward pause. Take your time. You were in Bangalore with 15 men wearing underwear and banyans. You tell me. Even Ranveer Singh is with a shark, apparently.
Ranveer Singh with a shark?
You haven't read that? The terrible story. There's an ad where he attacks a toy shark. It's his new co-star. So if you wear Rupa Banyan, obviously you get to play with sharks. That's what the story is. Advertising is changing from the old days.
Totally changing.
Okay. Akhil, you don't want to talk about your sex life, no?
No.
How long will it take? Let's move on here. So Rahul Yadav, the last word on him. This is not the one-off behavior. We're seeing this more and more. Are Indians becoming very Americanized? Is that the way some of the so-called bad Western values coming in? No respect for employees?
I think he's the Arvind Kejriwal of business.
Oh, Venki, you're too good, man. You finished the BJP off and now you're after him. Okay, good, fair enough. Yeah, he has sort of gone in that direction. He skyrocketed from calm, easygoing IIT guys. Both IIT guys. यार इसमें कुछ है You, Venki, have opened my eyes. IIT is a dangerous institution.
Because of lack of sex, man.
Yeah.
The ratio is bad.
Yeah, I know. I when I was working with a channel called MTV, which used to show ads in between music, we actually went and spoke to a lot of IITians across India, and they all had a despo society, and they always discussed the fact that they couldn't meet girls, and that the women in the IIT were non-girls. And it was terrible, the kind of prejudices they seem to have. And they even told me, don't bring your mother or sister to IIT ever. We don't care how old they are and what they look like. Do not bring female form here. And these are the greatest minds of India who now fire people and then give 200 crores back to the employees. All right, so that's Rahul Yadav. Any more words on Rahul Yadav, or should we take a quick break?
You want to add something?
I think it's just a generation change. The earlier Rahuls that we respected, or Cyrus generation, were the Rahul Dravid or the
Sweetly put.
The current generation is the Rahul Yadav and the Rahul Gandhi.
And no relation to Sharad Yadav, who's another man with a lot of things to say.
No relation to Sharad Yadav or Lalu Yadav.
Yeah, for that matter, yes. Two of our great philosophers.
Correct.
Okay, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, what we really want to talk about, which is cricket. The real cricket, not just the costume thing, the IP. What is it? IP. So I forget now. Yeah. League, something like that. Okay, and welcome back. It's still called Cyrus Says. Venki and Akhil are still there. And now we talk what we want to talk about, which is cricket and the IPL. Closing to the final, 24th May, after 200 days of cricket, after almost 7-8 months of non-stop action, which I've hardly watched, we are down to the wire, so to speak. We don't know right now who the 4 semi-finalists are.
Except for CSK.
CSK more or less through. And the rain has suddenly changed the equation because 2 teams suffered from that as well. But in a way, that's good. But let me, Venki, you talk first. Tell us, what are your... I don't know, I'm getting a little bored of the IPL.
Yeah, I think this IPL was very different because the the points table was very close. I mean, it gave me...
Except for Punjab. Punjab, for some reason, didn't turn up. They just went for a walk. Yeah.
But, I mean, you have 5 teams fighting for 3 places and we just have like 3-4 matches left.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And this has never happened before. I mean, so either the quality of cricket has gone up or it's gone down. I mean,
but either way, they're closer. The matches are closer.
The matches are very close. The rain played a part in it because it brought the points table very close. So I think that this time the IPL is more competitive, and unless, I mean, I think now what we were talking about is, unless you make it a contest between a bat and a ball, it's not going to really excite you. The excitement is when there is 1 over left, 20, you need to score 20 and the first ball is a Yorker and it's a dot ball, right? Then the anticipation, the excitement increases. But now everyone is just smacking the ball as if it's like nobody's business.
And too many one-season IPL wonders are turning up over the last 8 seasons. I won't get into names, but Paul, what was his name? Valati came and went.
Swapnil
Asnodkar, Goan boy. We all thought RR found the new talent. Where's he? And I'm a little worried about Sarfraz Khan already. So, I'm a little worried about the quality of cricket is perhaps overrated. The fielding seems to be really good, but I wonder whether batting skills and bowling skills are getting slightly eroded. And too much cricket playing all the time, so a little bit of staleness in the performance.
Fatigue as well.
Yeah.
Viewer fatigue.
And a big question I want to ask you is, who's the worst commentator? Who's the guy who you really can't bear to listen?
You cannot beat Ramiz Raja.
And Ramiz Raja's hairstyles are separate country.
Shoaib Akhtar has valid points. Ramiz Raja is all he does is...
No, I mean, I'm not talking from in terms of cricketing. I mean, when you hear his voice, it's so irritating.
But that's only because he's Punjabi Scottish. So that's a different world altogether. Wow, it's been a good day for cricket. So it just changes very quickly. It's fun.
Correct.
He's fun. But it's a little irritating because they've got, again, this gender thing. They force girls into the thing. And, which is nice, of course. Let people come in. But if you watch the newscasters, there's some genuine sports newscasters who are female and speak really well about sports because that's their real passion and they're interested in it. So you can exactly have a conversation with them and know the genuine sincerity. And then you have these girls who are just standing there and they feed them in the ear with the name, and I feel a little bad after some time. It's like me covering ballet, what's the point?
I agree with you.
So in a way, my beautiful game is being murdered and you guys are doing nothing about it. They've taken it, made it into a circus. You might as well call it Rambo Circus. They're all wearing these funny clothes. What's with the color of SRH's outfits? It looks like Shaktiman is back, 14 Shaktimans running around the wicket. Warner looks a bit like him anyway.
I mean, I don't know who designs these t-shirts, man. I mean, they need to really
whatever classy
stop doing that.
In the old World Cups, all the teams had these classy colors and all. England's blue was blue, India's blue was a different blue. West Indies had a lovely maroon, Sri Lanka had a lovely blue. Aussies were very clearly, yellow. And now the problem is, I don't know. It's like these myriad of colors. Like Holi happened, bad day, Navratri, Holi mixed together, put it on the field, and this is the guy. I mean, gold. gold shoes. I mean, I don't know. Shahrukh should come and have a word with us in the studio at some point. Yeah.
And the gold stripes on the Mumbai Indians jersey. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like shining so much.
Generals in the army.
I thought maybe it was they had a plan. Maybe like when the bowler is coming, the
Put the
light's
left
going to
shoulder out.
reflect, and the batsman is going to be like have a glare in his eyes and miss.
Seems to have worked in the last game.
Yeah,
for some
but it
reason.
didn't work with AB de Villiers, did it?
No, it didn't work. Nothing works
Nothing
with
works
AB
with
de
AB de
Villiers. He's too
Villiers.
focused. He's a different animal altogether. Yeah, so IPL, top 5 performers so far for you? Or just top of your head? Obviously, you can't remember each and every one. Too many people.
AB de Villiers, from a batting perspective.
Yeah.
Ajinkya Rahane.
Yeah, consistent, but they're
Very
they're
consistent.
looking at, as we speak,
Yeah.
the crunch
very-
moment.
it's very-
and very sad because RR started with a big bang. They're a small team, less money, blah, blah, not too many stars. And then the Aussies seem to have just dried up a bit. Smith just had a huge season in Australia and one great year before that. And now came to the IPL and he's now the Taj Mahal guy, The Aussie guy goes to the Taj Mahal, takes selfies. Wow, what a nice building. I hope they serve alcohol. One of those things.
Alrighty, mate.
Yeah. Maxi, what happened to Maxi? All of the Aussies have just gone down the tube in this one.
I think it's also
Except
to do with
Hawk.
fatigue.
Yeah.
Fatigue.
Sorry? Yeah,
Seriously due to it.
You win a World Cup and then you don't have any hunger after that. Isn't it possible? I remember
Yeah,
It is possible.
I could completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Because where's the motivation?
when I won the Miss India in 95, I just couldn't go back to doing this kind of stuff here. And once you do it, you reach the pinnacle. Where do you go after that? So I think they have suffered, no doubt.
Correct.
Okay, top 5. Sorry, interrupted you. So AB, then
Ajinkya Rahane.
Ajinkya Rahane, fair enough.
I'd say AB de Villiers. Again, he's probably the number
You
one
can't say him
batsman.
twice because
No,
that's
we're coming
cheating.
up with a 5, right?
Yeah,
Together.
you can say AB de Villiers is his brother because it's like BD de Villiers, named after a cigarette of sorts. Huh.
Maybe a Mitchell Stark because he's come back
Yeah,
and
he made a
fortunes of
difference. He made a
RCB has
difference.
immediately changed.
Is he the best one-day bowler in the world? One-day short format bowler?
He is the best one-day bowler.
He's
in the
replaced
world.
Malinga. He's
Narine-
fast.
Sunil Narine and him probably.
But Sunil Narine, it depends on whether the elbow is allowed, not allowed, the wrist. So that we'll come to that. That's another huge story altogether. Okay, so Stark is 3 then.
I would say the surprise pack in this IPL I found was Harbhajan Singh.
As a batsman and occasionally as a bowler.
Yeah. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, he almost won us a match.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, on a couple of occasions, he won a match for us once. Right.
Okay, when you say
This was
us, you mean yourself.
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, okay.
Shreyas
Very
Iyer has been
confusing.
a good find.
Yeah. They
Because
speak
he's
highly of him in the Ranji as well.
He scored
Correct.
over 700
So
runs.
unlike Sarfraz, he has a big body of work. Although Sarfraz has some school records. Yeah. So that's interesting. Some talent from India coming out. Some new talent bowlers.
Bowlers, I would go with Stark. And for me, even McClanagan was quite good.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he
Awkward.
didn't take wickets, but I think he was very economical.
I like the time when the Baji dropped a catch, I think of Gale or of
2 catches in a
two
row or
catches that
something.
slip at first slip, and of the right hander, not of Gale, and of Virat Kohli. He dropped the catch and the abuse that followed. And I don't speak New Zealanderish, but I picked it up and it was long because normally you just say one F word, one B word, and it ends. But he held his hips and he gave about 15 words. And I'm rare to see Harbhajan Singh just turn his head. Good Punjabi stock. He should have said something back here. Andrew Simons ke yaad hai, but anyway, those days are behind us.
Darren Bravo has had a good IPL.
Yeah, Darren Bravo's had a good
Good catches, lots of
Darren
wickets.
Bravo was
Wayne
playing in
Bravo,
West
sorry.
Indies, but he had a good third Test match, 82 runs to give them victory. But why show off? Coming back to Dwayne Bravo. But another sad story. One of the finds of World Cricket 5 or 7 years ago, and hasn't played a Test match for 4 or 5 years, and will not play again.
He's retired.
Almost will not play for West Indies again. Let's
never
face it.
played.
Yeah.
Because of that controversy.
Contract issue.
In October of last year. But what a waste of a talent.
Absolutely. I think in West Indies, the way that West Indies runs its cricket is freaking hilarious. They signed this contract with Digicel, $50 million for 50 years.
Oh, they thought.
Right.
Okay,
This is ridiculous. So where is the money? So if you are someone who is, and T20 is a format that is made for the West Indians.
Correct. And
It's
they won the second last World Cup as well.
And it's fast paced. They can play the natural game, which is to smack the ball around, throw the weight around.
And they've got 5-6 match winners if they put them in the team.
Correct.
Immediately.
Yeah. And they're not doing that. So, a guy like Pollard would just say, why would I play cricket throughout the year
You get
and make
$1.4 million
$100,000? And I make
$100,000.
more money playing just T20. So he'll play
5-star hotels, superb service, women standing outside waiting to meet him. The kind of respect and love he gets. Pollard now is the mayor of Mumbai. He's already, got that position. So he can do what he wants. Let's talk a little bit about our neighbours because they're trying to start cricket again on the 18th of May with Zimbabwe. a bit. They sort of bribe Zimbabwe into coming in. But apparently, as we speak again, the Zimbabwe board is not clear whether they want to go or not. We had this Karachi incident where 60 odd people were slaughtered, and then a couple more incidents the week before. So now they don't want to come. So what's happening there?
Sadly, the talent from Pakistan has completely diminished because of no cricket
local
happening
cricket.
there. There's not been any support, no sponsor support. There's not been one young batsman who's come in from there for a long time now. So it's sad to see the decline.
Well, Shahid Afridi is there. He's 17.
Shahid Afridi is always
17,
there.
Yeah, he's the Dev Anand of cricket. It just goes on and on. But the other thing is that they've accepted that they will play all the matches in Lahore. I'm just trying to think, from a cricketing point of view, you're playing 2 T20s and 3 one-day games all in the eastern city of Lahore because you will not touch Karachi or Peshawar or anything else. It makes a mockery of the whole, the tour system. I mean, this is the mighty Pakistan. It was a great tour in the old days. You see the land and you enjoy the culture, and let's face it, they really treat you well. The Mehman culture of Pakistan cannot be matched, except occasionally by the terrorists who don't get it. But so a bit sad. But,
very sad.
And if Zimbabwe doesn't go there, then no one else is going to go there.
I don't think the tour will go through. It will be very difficult because, it's very difficult for somebody to convince to go and play cricket.
And you'll be scared. Imagine you're standing there at short leg, at third man, thinking, isme kaun hai? Isme, looking at the crowd, who's going to, isme ye wala, ye wala. Yes.
But isn't Lahore the same place where the Sri Lankan bus was attacked?
Correct.
So why would they think it is?
But at the moment, what happens in the modern world, I think, is if you have an attack in A area, that's the danger area. Now, we can't remember 5 years before, because every area has been attacked.
Zimbabwe also need more money than
they need more money. They need more cricket engagements because they're not getting enough.
Correct.
Yeah, no one wants to play them.
But it's a big thing. If they do go there, an international team of whatever has gone to Pakistan, so there's hope. Of course, we are going to go to Gulf to play them in December as of now.
As
Dubai.
of now.
Yeah, this may or may not happen again.
Correct. Yeah.
Because anything is possible with our borders and our leaders. For some reason, nobody's going to Pakistan, but we'll talk about that and England when we come back. Lots more interesting stuff to do. England is huge for us because we're all Test cricket lovers. You remember the days when batsmen would actually bat? You'd see off the new ball, Sunil Gavaskar standing there, seeing off Bob Willis and Chris Holt, and hours would pass with the score being 27 for 1 after 1 hour and 20 minutes of the morning's play. Gavaskar batting 14 with 40 odd balls which he's not touched. What happened to all that? I used to enjoy that. Am I mad? I'm the only person left. Oh, anyway, we'll take a break and then come back. Oh, Gavaskar, where are you? Where are you? Yes, cricket, and I'm the only excited person because everyone's depressed. We're discussing Test cricket and the battle of attrition, bat versus ball, swing in the air, something moisture in the air, something in the wicket. 5th day, impossible to bat on. What's happened? What's happened to our game? England round the corner with 7 Test matches, 2 against New Zealand in England, and then of course the Ashes again, the 4th consecutive Ashes in 6 months. For some reason, it's going to be like that now. But first, controversy on Kevin Peterson, which we'll come to. But secondly, looking forward to the English season, real cricket.
I'm looking forward to the Ashes, man, because I am actually hoping that there will be some sort of a rivalry. I mean, if you look at it...
But England's had a terrible last test against the West Indies where again they deflated. They're going to have this Kevin Peterson monkey on their back.
Correct.
They're going to have batsmen who are not that... frankly, the credibility will be questioned. Alistair Cook seems to have just lost form completely. The middle order is not very strong. It's Ian Bell basically and not much more.
But they will be playing at home and Jimmy Anderson in England in May.
What Jimmy Anderson has become Hans Christian Andersen.
When he comes back to England, he's a different bowler.
You think? At the moment he's injured. That's so we can play.
I think this is going to be the last of Jimmy Anderson that you'll see.
I think
his
last Ashes,
7.
So I think he's going to try
matches.
and make it.
Okay, so the Anderson story will hopefully be a fairy tale for England. But we want to fight at least. And at the moment, I don't think they struggle with New Zealand. New Zealand is a team on the rise in all 3 forms.
Correct.
You saw the World Cup. They played fearless. It was like Sri Lanka in 96. Fearless
Absolutely.
cricket. And their leader is one of those in-your-face fearless guys. A gentleman apparently, but he's really the old world, tough as nails cricketer, Ian Chappellish sort of guy.
Correct.
So, and they've got a good lineup. They've got Guptill, very talented guy who's not played in the IPL.
Yeah. Guptill won't play the test matches
Yeah,
probably.
but he play the one days for
He'll
sure.
play the one
He may
days
even
for
get a
sure.
crack at the test match because the opening pair is not very strong at the
Williamson is somebody who will watch out for.
I think Williamson is the best young batsman in the
He's
world.
the best young batsman in the world.
Absolutely.
He's a great talent.
And Saudi and Bolt bowling together at Lords, and when the ball
Don't
is
forget
moving
Milne,
around.
who's genuinely quick. They've got everything.
Yeah, they have a rounded attack.
Only the spinner, but it won't come into play in May that much.
Don't they have a leggy that?
They have a leggy, they have an offie as well, but I don't think that May will be all about seam bowling. He may play 4.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Anderson in
But again,
England is
depends on
gonna
the
be
pitch.
clincher.
We don't know if it's going to be a seaming wicket. I mean, it is
We're
the
just
last
hoping that
bastion.
the early part of June, May, June is always very good for bowling, difficult for batting. I just want to see the ball, sort of
Do something,
dominate
right?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see the batsmen earn their runs.
Correct.
How about like 40 runs, which is hard to get.
Because see, now if you look at Test match or a one day or a T20, there's no difference the way you bat.
No difference.
You're just smacking the ball around. But a Test match is all about that battle between bat and ball, right? The bowler trying to outsmart you, you trying to make sure that you are holding onto your wicket. And now you don't see that kind of.
That first hour has to be tough for batting. That first hour and a bit there should be some swing in the wicket. There should be something, bounce and swing and carry and everything. But unfortunately, I don't know what you guys have done. You and your IPL generation, between you two and Manila Bedi, you have destroyed the game. I blame all three of you. Okay. England. Now let's talk gossip. So Kevin Pietersen, KP, was told by the head, the board of the ECB head, that Colin
Greaves.
Yeah. That, we're interested in you, but you have to come back, play first class cricket. So he gives up the lucrative IPL contract. He doesn't go to Sunrisers Hyderabad. Let's go for $1 million. And he comes, he goes back to Surrey and he scores 1,000 runs in May quicker than anyone. And 355 in the day, they drop him.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Absolutely. And then on top of it, Andrew Strauss makes the biggest foot in the mouth moment, says, because the issue is we don't trust him. And then he says, why don't you come and, do sort of like a batting coaching sort of a session?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't trust the guy, but you want him to coach you? I mean, really? Is that the sort of thing that you should be talking about? And I don't know. I mean, I see that Kevin
It's a bit
Pietersen
like Namo making Sushma Swaraj the foreign minister and then telling her...
Hey, but she's the only minister who works, man.
She works, but she stays home. She's the external affairs minister. I've never seen her travel.
Yeah,
I think it's sent to Bangladesh
exactly.
once. That's it. Which I don't know if that really counts. In your resume, if Bangladesh was your foreign trip, not so good. But
Absolutely.
The other thing about Andrew Strauss is that if you look back at KP's book, where he's abused Andy Flower quite roundly, and he's not had very good things. He's tried to be mellow with Andrew Strauss, but let's be honest, there's an ego issue there. Kevin Pietersen sent SMSs calling him names in Afrikaans and blah, blah, blah. And so there's a big ego issue which is not ever going to be settled. And the one name Kevin Pietersen didn't want to see in charge of English cricket was either Andy Flower or Andrew Strauss. He wakes up one morning, it's Andrew Strauss, and it's game, set, match.
Correct.
So, isn't that but a tragedy? Don't you think he should play?
It's a big tragedy. I think he should play because who else does England have who's in form right now?
And more importantly, if they don't want him to play because of attitude, they should just drop him and tell him permanently.
Yeah. Should just drop
he can
him.
learn Telugu, fit into Hyderabad very fast, and
he can keep playing leagues all around the world. He can play everywhere.
He's very well wanted in the leagues across the world.
Yeah, between the 3-4 big ones, he'll make more than enough money.
But there's a classic question case study here now. Would you, as a team management guy, have a genius like this who gives you trouble? And make sure, like Kevin Pietersen played the last 7 test matches that England played and they still lost those. So
Fair enough.
So would you have a genius in your team who gives you team trouble and you can't build a team? Or
yeah, but you're looking at a small area statistically where they've just sort of imploded. And I would blame the bowling more than the batting. The bowling was just toothless in Australia. But I don't know, look at Shane Warne. Same, difficult guy to handle. Ian Botham, difficult guy to handle. Curtly Ambrose, Brian Lara.
Alan Border.
And
he was a captain.
But
difficult to handle for other team members, and he was a captain.
Yeah, he would sulk all the time and abuse his own players. Javed Miandar for Imran Khan, for example. So in India, Kapil Sunny not getting along. So I mean, we have these issues. But if the cricketer is great, we have to try and work around it because people aren't the same.
It's a team, right? You go out there because see, I mean, the best thing I ever heard was Rahul Dravid say that when you walk onto the pitch, right, for the first time as a batsman, it doesn't matter that you have played 100 tests or whatever. The other guy may be playing his first test, but he has spent 30 minutes on the pitch. He knows better than you on the pitch. I mean, that is the attitude with which if you go and play, it doesn't matter.
So I had the same point with my first marriage, a similar situation where I also felt that the other guy seemed to have known more about the, let's call it pitch. She brought it up. Akhil, sorry, you were saying.
So interesting question here is that all this is well said because we are sitting outside and talking. Why has not then Kevin Pietersen played consistently an IPL season with a team that has been stable or has a stable management? Would a Rahul Dravid bid for Kevin Pietersen?
You all know that Delhi is that enigmatic team that whoever plays for doesn't perform.
So RCB, Delhi and Sunrisers. Why has not somebody like a RR bid for him? It's a classic management
because
issue.
RR's philosophy from the beginning has been to pick up players who are cheaper.
Value for money.
What value did Kevin Pietersen go at for Sunrisers? 2 crores.
This was his worst bid ever.
But would have been the greatest value thing.
No, you're right. There's no doubt that the personality is an issue. There's no doubt that people who spend the money think about this. Fair enough. You're spending your money. You're in charge of a kabaddi team. You're going to think about these things. You're not just going to look at the size of the thighs of your kabaddi player and say, wow, I really like his legs. I mean, I know you said that, but that apart, I'm saying you don't look at the personality. You want them to gel as a team. And I would have thought they would have asked the guys in the dressing room, the English dressing room, ki hai ya nahi hai. You want this guy in?
Cook said that I will resign if you get KP back.
Yeah, okay, but I'm saying you sort of get a feel from more than one cricketer and get a sort of feel that, maybe if 10 guys say, look, we can't handle this guy, then that's it. What can you do?
Because
Sorry.
the thing is, I think that if Kevin Peterson wins you a test match, everything will be forgotten. It is just like in business, sales beats everything. As long as there's a lot of sales in the business, everything is hanky-dory. Man, we're doing absolutely fantastic in business, right?
But they've not done anything significant.
Well, they couldn't even beat West Indies. It's such a weak...
That's what I'm saying.
With Peterson also, they couldn't do much for the last 2
Yeah, but I
years
think
after
at that time,
Stoss.
Peterson was going through a slump. Anyone can go through a slump. Even Sachin Tendulkar
I
went
think
through a
also
long
this
slump.
reintegration crap that they tried to do, it didn't really work.
Absolutely,
It was
it did
still a
not work.
problem. There was some sort of
Right.
issues. There was already fighting going on in Australia between all of them. And read between the lines, they want a cohesive unit. I think Alistair Cook is just not a tough guy. He's a good bat, but I don't think he's the right leader. They need someone like me or Akhil or you, Venki. They need a guy who can hold the team together, which is not happening.
What about Ravinder Jadeja as captain for England?
Well, yes, there'll be a translator. Firstly, there's 7-8 English accents he'll have to deal with. And don't forget that Anderson, when he's angry, likes to
Exactly.
attack him. So, for no apparent reason. Got away with that, physical contact.
Got
There you
away
go.
with that.
I think that was one that slipped there, totally, the ball that slipped in. But very sad that this talent is gone now. I think there's no hope for Kevin. He's going to be 35 and I think this is it.
He should just come to India, gain citizenship here, play IPL, and then.
In any
play for
case, his
the Indian
citizenship
Test
is
team.
questioned everywhere.
Everywhere.
We don't know who he is or where he is from.
He can qualify as an Indian and play Test cricket for as long as he wants.
But don't you like it how I grew up in the 80s and nobody wanted to tour India, Pakistan and oh God, and carry Beans, Shane Warne, or Jeff Boycott. They carry their own food and come here. And Greg Chappell never turned up. Dennis Lee, the greatest of his time, never wanted to bowl on these wickets.
Ambrose just one tour.
Ambrose won tour. I mean, no respect. Lara won tour. So having said all that, now India with the big money, all the guys are coming and saying all the right things. KP says Rahul Dravid emails me and teaches me how to play. He's the greatest guy ever. Somebody else says the Indian fans, you can't beat them. The third person says that, the passion of India. But at the end of the day, money is a lovely thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Because in IPL, they roughly some of the players get 4 times what they get paid in Big Bash.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, so obviously money speaks, man. So they obviously why won't they come? Why won't they love playing in India now?
So the bottom line is, as long as we have money, everybody loves India.
Absolutely.
Now let's get back to the government because they have the money. It's got to trickle down to us as well. Okay, final words on the cricket season, the IPL season, which is coming to an end, and the domestic season in India, which is coming to an end with it, which nobody pays attention to. Final words on the IPL. You said they're very close matches, Venki. So you had a good time.
I mean, I
How many
enjoyed
matches
some of
did
the
you watch?
matches.
Have you watched all?
So I think, if you look at it, some of the matches were very close. Some of the matches were done very quickly. I mean, you knew that, like, when AB de Villiers smacked us all over the place, you knew the game was over. Right? You didn't have to do major analysis or you didn't have to be a commentator.
Yeah, but AB de Villiers, Chris Gale,
Yeah, I mean,
something else now when they get going.
Absolutely.
Very scary. What I like about Chris Gale for a second is that he spends the first 2 overs I think he's just wasting time for some reason. I'll just hang here. And then suddenly he wakes up, like a dog who you've woken up who's really aggressive. And then it's all in the crowd.
Correct.
And he's so Indian. There's no running. He reminds me of a young Inzamam or Arjuna Randunga. He's our type of subcontinental guy.
Correct.
There
Absolutely.
is no running. It doesn't exist. And what I love to see is when the younger guys running, a Virat or somebody else or AB, and they reach 3/4 of the pitch. And he's taken 4 steps, hit the ball, and he's looking.
Yeah, I mean, he
Hence
has
2 run-outs. Yeah.
no reason to run, right? I mean, if you're batting like that, why would you take a run?
I tell you, it brings me back to the old days of the Caribbean. There's a certain class and coolness. Ultimately, the West Indian cricketer is the ultimate cricketer. Let's face it. We all want to be Viv Richards. We all want to be Malcolm Marshall. And Chris Gale is just... I don't think there's an Indian or a world cricket fan who doesn't like Chris Gale.
I'm
Just the
agree with you
personality.
completely.
There's something about the guy. And you throw him out of the team because of his, his laziness or his apparent lack of interest. But all said and done. And he does perform even now at 35.
Absolutely. Fantastic performance.
And AB de Villiers, they call him Superman.
He is.
Just gets better and better. Is he going to break all the records? Should Sachin be worried? Or will age come in the way at some point?
No, I think rather than Sachin, I think Virat should be worried. Because Virat has been billed as the guy who will beat Sachin's record. Probably AB might beat him to it.
Yeah, but Virat has to reach 52 test centuries. And for that, at the rate of 5 or 6 a year, if he does, you're looking at another 7-8 years of cricket, which I don't know if that's going to happen.
I just hope AB de Villiers gets to win an ICC trophy.
Oh, beautifully done.
Hopefully he reaches a final. Then he has a chance.
How mean. You'll never get a South African visa again. Yeah. Anytime there's the word semi-final mentioned, people in South Africa shut the lights, put off the TV, in any form of sport. Yeah. All right, that's a mean one. We'll end on that mean one, but first the predictions. Venki, who's going to win? We're almost at the eliminator stage. Never understood why we can't just have semi-finals, but what the hell? Who's going to win? All the way. Chennai? Start performance?
Chennai's, I think Chennai will
But
get
Captain
the final.
Cool is not that hot anymore. Dhoni not...
I think
something missing.
age is catching up to him. I think because you get fatigue, right? There is physical fatigue, then there is mental fatigue.
Or is he worried about the board, the company he works for? Is there a little problem there?
I don't see
These
any
things
problem
play on your
there.
mind. You never know. And Akhil?
I think Chennai will win. The eventual fight the other 7 are having is to see who will play Chennai in the final. So I think Srinivasan will
But
win.
what about the rising RCB and SRH? Slightly formed teams in the last couple of weeks?
I would say it will be. I look at it as basically a final between CSK, SRH, or RCB.
Okay. And Dark Horse, Mumbai, any chance? Still there?
I want Rajasthan to do well. I'm a big Rahul Dravid fan.
Well, I hope
so
We
today-
all are Rahul Dravid fans.
Tonight at the Brabant Stadium, it's do or die for them. Yeah, I'm also a huge Rahul Dravid fan, but they started so well. More importantly, it's the only Parsi team in the league, so we have to support them. Zubin Bharucha being the coach, although he's called technical director.
they did that last time also.
Yeah,
if
we
you
did, we
remember,
did.
they
Yeah,
lost
no,
the last game.
Yeah, and that was an unbelievable game. What, 10 overs, 11 overs?
Smashed the
14
last
overs
ball
they had
for
to
6.
score almost.
Correct.
Yeah, it was Mr. Tare who came and smacked the last ball. But that the rules were not very clear. We thought they had won, and then Aditya came into bat, and let's hope that doesn't happen again. They could become the South African IPL team.
yeah.
Metaphor for South Africa, Rajasthan Royals choking at the finish. All right, so quickly, you're saying Chennai. It's all Chennai. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great week for Chennai. Amma is out, and we expect them to take the trophy in IPL 8 as well. We leave you with a parting shot. This is me playing the extra cover drive. Just make a sound effect now, Akhil. Superb. What a bat I have here. Oh man, I wish someone would hold it.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
All views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily the views and opinions of the IndusVox Media Network or any of our show advertisers or sponsors. No animals were harmed in the making of this podcast, obviously.
All right, Cyrus Says is wrapping up, but we have Geek Fruit, which we want you to check out, hosted by Uber Geeks Tejas Menon and Jishnu Guha. They are like Simon and Garfunkel, except they're Tejas and Jishnu, and they can't sing. No, they can actually. And they talk about geek culture. If you're a geek or want to know about geeks or live with a geek or just next to Turkey is geek, go ahead, my friends. Listen to Geek Fruit.